Hey, John. So we got 3 different kind of categories of moves that we came up with today. The first box is going to be kind of a new 5 to 10 minute core routine. This is still probably not going to be the final core routine. This definitely is emphasizing what we're trying to work on right now, which is mainly getting that transverse abdominis to fire and hold, emphasizing the glutes and emphasizing hamstring length. Then we got, we'll do the hamstring separate, sorry. And then the third box is gonna be the left shoulder. Just some really basic moves to get started with there. So on the core plan, I don't care what order, I don't care how many reps, how many sets, how long you do these. I want everything to be comfortable. At most a 2 out of 10 pain, at most. And even there, I don't really like it. This is, again, not no pain, no gain. Comfortable, highly repeatable. Do these as often as you can. Daily is a great start. If there's a couple of them that you feel are helping you a little bit more than others, you know, maybe add those in a little bit extra. But essentially just really right now, because these are the lowest hanging fruit for that back pain, just can't do them enough. So first one I like, getting yourself into that kind of prone, upright position, prone up on your elbows. The higher you are arched here, the more challenging the exercise is. And then combining that with a glute raise. So bent knee, raising to the ceiling. Again, I don't care if you hold, I don't care if you're doing reps, I don't care if you alternate legs or knock out one side first and the other, but we're putting the back on slack and we're telling those glutes to fire. Might as well have your core on while you're doing this one as well. Have your core on with all of these. Flipping over for a bridge. We had 2 bridge options. One was kind of highly staggered. Boom. This is going to emphasize that right side more, right glute for strength. And again, on the core the whole time. Boom. Don't care about reps, don't care about holds. Just really emphasizing that right glute. Switch to sides. Same thing. So when you do your stagger, that closer leg, and even I really emphasize bringing that closer to your butt to really get that glute going, because your hamstrings do like to take over in that position. The other bridge I like is that frog bridge. So bottoms of your feet together, splay apart. It's very nice, good hips, low back, and core. It's really all we're doing there. Love that one. All right, we had a plank variety. I'm gonna do it here. I want you elevated. Don't necessarily care how high. A bench is probably fine, bed's fine. Just a little bit of elevation. I don't want to do these on the floor quite yet. Again, our 2 cues here were lower the butt, but round the back a little bit. So there's your good hold. From there, we got our core on, and then if we want to add some leg extension. Love that for you to get the core involved while you're doing other things. Boom, perfect. And then the last one on the core routine, take you over here. This was, again, don't care really what you're doing with your arms. The most important thing is you're holding this kneel. Knees, hips, shoulders all in a straight line. Everything's tight. And then from here, you're adding movements, rotation work, overhead work, pulling. You can turn around sideways and work on punch work, but stay steady through the core while your upper half is doing other things. Get creative with it. Do it with a ball, do it with weights, do it with bands, do it with nothing. I mean, heck, just movement while that's having to stay braced. Challenge for you, breathe. With all of them, really. You were great on keeping it on, but then you gotta be able to breathe too, because that's when we have trouble sustaining it for more than a couple minutes at a time, is when we don't breathe. All right, so that's the core routine. Have fun with that. The hamstrings, we had 2. Again, old one from last time. I still really like propping it up, getting some weights, and letting those weights take you for a ride. Try to stay tall while you do it. Don't let that back round too bad. Tall back, go down. Love that one. The one that we did a little more, if you're a little more sore, a little more tender, I would do that full knee to chest. and then a little bit of kick out from there. Great hamstring stretch. Great way to stretch the hamstring without making the back upset at all. The back is gonna feel lovely in this position, and my quad is actually the one doing the hamstring stretch, so a little 2 for 1 there. This might be a good warm-up. Again, can't go wrong with that first one, but if it is making the back a little ouchy, feel free to go to this laying down one. And then our last category is gonna be this, this shoulder here. So the 2 that I want you doing the most, or the only 2 we've done so far, kitchen counter, kitchen table, desk, something out in front of you. Rotating with only about, this was 1.5 pounds in here. I'd say 2 to 3 at most, but honestly, start with maybe a water bottle and kind of go from there. Slow and steady reps. You want to be facing it. It's easy to kind of bail out, but no, I want you facing it. That provides a little more stretch to that muscle that we're trying to wake up. Let it go past parallel here. Good stretch there. That should help wake up that muscle. And then the stretch for that's just going to be 90 degrees, leaning down. That's how we limber up that joint. So don't really care, again, how many you could. I'd probably start with this once, maybe twice a day if you got time. But once to, again, reps to absolute fatigue. I want it to go until this guy is a struggle to get up, and that's plenty. It will grow if you take it to that limit. If you just do these, and you stop at 5 or 10 or 15 and it's easy, not gonna grow. And then follow it up with that nice stretch there. But definitely, I can show you tons more on the shoulder later. I'm excited about the shoulder because I think we'll see quick progression there. Something that has not been utilized for a long time, now finally getting love. It should respond very quickly. So I'm excited about that. The core is coming back. The back is, like you said, better but different. I think once you get the hang of holding that core longer, again, our top 3: holding the core longer, activating the glutes better, and we got to get those hamstrings to relax. Once you do those, I see the back doing wonderfully in the future. So, all right, brother, that was fun. Do it again in a few weeks. See ya.